Hi. Okay, let's talk about how we can set up your end of year annual review LPACs. All right, so from the landing page, we're going to go into our LPAC module. And to set up your meeting, we're going to come over to the left-hand side and let's go to admin and then meeting manager. Going to create new. And I'm going to pick a campus. Let's just do the high school. You're going to set your date. Let's do it tomorrow. And CEOY. You know what? I'm going to do 5/17. I'm going to say ninth grade. And then the meeting purpose. Now remember, whatever you choose for meeting purpose, when you do your signatures at the end and you transfer them, those your selection right here is where those signatures go. Okay, so we're gonna choose LPAC annual review. All right, now students under discussion. Since I said this was a ninth grade, go ahead and do that. Click let, and then search. So you can go through and you can just select certain students if you want, or since this is an end of year, we have to pretty much monitor everyone. Now, that includes your monitor, your 1 and 2. So if you want to include those, I would suggest doing a separate one for your M1 and M2s, but that is completely up to you. I'm just going to say let for the purposes of this. All right, so I'm going to select all and choose. So that gives us 32 students. Then, trying not to give anyone motion sickness with the scrolling. Then at the end, let's use some members. Just say these two right here. And you have to designate. Just a reminder that if you select other down here, you then have to type in what that is or your forms won't populate. So just a reminder. We're going to say this person is our campus admin, and then you need to type in the parent's name because they won't be on your list. And then any meeting or summary notes, maybe you did it via Zoom, I would just note that right there. Okay, so everything looks good. Let's go back up to the top. Save it. All right, so you've saved your meeting. Now the next thing you need to do is go into the LPAC annual review form itself. And if you've given the lost links recently, I would populate that. But if they're already in the program, they've already been identified, or maybe they were identified before the lost links was the official test for the state, I would put that there. Here are the grades. Now, here's the important part right here. If this student is going to continue on, you're not waiting on results, go ahead and click continue and then continue. But most of your kids are going to be exit pending because the state isn't going to have the results to us. Like the turnaround time is not conducive to having answers by the end of the school year. So most of your babies will be pending. So what you're going to do is you're going to click pending results. And then right here, pending results. Now, the reason you want to do this is because when you select these, it's going to filter into the pending results report. And once you upload the TELPAS and the STAR scores into Edugence, it goes into that report as well. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. But this is important right here. So for your pending kids, you're going to want to do this. All right. So that looks good. I'm going to save. Okay. Now, go back. There's our form. So you're going to do that for all of the kids, right? So when it's time to actually have your LPAC meeting, you'll just pull it up just like you've done so far this year. Then at the end, you can either transfer the signatures or transfer signatures and seal forms. Remember, if you seal the form, you can't go in and make edits to it later. So that's more of a district decision. So y'all decide how you want to move forward, if it's just a transfer or if it's transfer and seal. I will say that everything is archived usually over the July 4th weekend, and so your forms will clear out and it will move into the archive, or the LPAC history right here. So just something to be reminded of. Okay, so that's the form. Now what I want to do is let's go back and let's look at this tab right here, reports. So when I told you about the pending report, so what you're going to do is this exit pending report. So the exit pending report is where you can go in and look. See, here's the kiddo that we talked about just now. Because they were listed as exit pending, they're in this report, and when you upload those scores, all of those will populate right here. You will be able to go line by line and easily determine if a student is eligible for reclassification. Okay? All right. So that's that report. Something else to think about. Let's go back in. Now, let's say that you do want to print some of these forms. The state, I don't believe the state requires you to, but if you want to, here is an easy way to batch print your reports. All right. So again, we'll use the high school. You can do it by grade, but what I'm going to do is if I wanted to batch print, let's say all of the state assessment forms for the high school for 9th grade. Done that, I'm going to click, and it's going to give you all of those forms. If you want to print all these forms at one time, click right there, then export to PDF, and then it gives you the PDF forms that you can print quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right, so here's the first kiddo, front and back, just like that. So you can basically, any of these forms listed right here, you can do that in batch print for any of those. Okay. I hope this was helpful. If you have any additional questions, always feel free to reach out. I'm always available. I can either email you or we can do a quick Zoom to get your questions answered. All right. Y'all are doing great things. It's almost the end of the year, so congratulations, and we will talk soon.